Hello! What's going on here? It's bits and bytes. From anything to everything.
Welcome to Bits and Bytes once again, people. Welcome. From anything to everything to anything to everything. Oh man, what shall I say? I can go on and on. So yes, another episode. Hello, Johan.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me on Bits and Bytes. Anything to everything, everything to anything, as you say. It's a big story. And we are on episode 10 or 11.
Yeah, I believe it's 10. Can you actually? We've hit episode 10. I'm really impressed. I'm really happy about this episode 10. They say when the first 10 in marriage, they say the first is it 7 years is difficult, the rest is plain sailing. Now I don't know about that. But
They're lying.
yeah, no, I mean I think the first 7 years might be the honeymoon years, and then the rest, I don't know. No, but that but
Yeah, well,
in
Paul, if you take
yeah.
it into consideration, the first 7 episodes, we knew what we want to speak about. Now we have to think what we speak about.
I suppose you're right. Now comes the hard work. The hard work.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Paul,
You
I
mm,
have a question.
you always have
I
a
have a
bloody
question.
question, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you are clever, man. That's why I'm asking you. And
Yes,
it's always live, so that I can put you on the spot.
that's my problem. I don't like being put on the spot. But you know what? I actually, just hold your thought. Um, I really think because I've been hearing from some of the people, some of the viewers that they really actually like the fact that we are, doing this live and in a sense, and that we are so, how did they put it, so relaxed, so that we don't, not everything is scripted. And I mean, yes, I'm not a fan of not preparing. I say a person must prepare. You must prepare in a way, but it is true. It does not really help to script a thing always, because it's not so authentic, according to me.
Yeah, it's nice to be thinking on your feet, and you have to think on par, not wait and see what happens. So yeah, my question um, is there a shortcut for the volume control in Windows? I know there's one in JAWS where you use the JAWS key and space, followed by V, and then you can either adjust the system volume by S or the JAWS volume by J. But is there a shortcut in Windows for the sighted people that want to use a shortcut key on the keyboard?
And yes, to answer your question, firstly, yes, there is a shortcut key that works in Windows 11 at the moment. I've tried it. I have a Windows 11 machine. As far as I know, I don't want to say yes or no, but I haven't met someone with a Windows 10 machine where it works. So, yes, there is a shortcut key. So, even if you've got Narrator or NVDA and you want to quickly access your sound card settings. So we know, as Johan said, JAWS key space or insert space V and S or V and J. And if you want to access your, if you have like a multiple sound cards with and you want to access that, it's JAWS key or insert space V and then a C for Charlie, where you can also then access that. Then JAWS puts you in a list of your sound cards. But in Windows, you use Control and Windows key and V. So
Okay.
what happens then is then you hear the words quick settings. In Windows 11, you hear JAWS or NVDA will say quick settings. And
Yeah.
then you are placed. So if I do it here, and I'm not sharing my sound, so there's no real proof of that. I can try and share my sound quickly, my screen. Let's do that.
Let's see if it works on your machine, because I have a Windows 10 machine and I know Windows key, Control and V doesn't take me to a quick settings page at all. It doesn't, in fact, it do nothing when I press that shortcut.
Okay, so I'm just going to say share screen button here, and it's going to say,
All break has started screen sharing. Double dash click to enter full screen mode.
okay, so if I
Show
use,
thumbnail video selected.
so if I
Collapsed
use,
settings panel now.
come on, that's better.
Participants can now.
Oh my, this
Share
thing.
content.
Okay, so if I use Control Windows key V,
Control Windows V. Quick settings. Sound output. Output device list box. Speakers Realtek high definition audio. One of.
okay, so here I am placed in a list of output devices where I can then change where I can play audio. If I tab,
Spatial sound list box. Off. One of.
I am placed in other sound settings,
More mixer settings button.
more mixer settings, etc. So here it's a very convenient way.
Alt F4. Screen sharing meeting.
I'm going to stop my screen share.
Mute. Currently in audio settings.
So it's a quicker way to move you into your sound settings.
Yes, that is correct.
And from there you can change your volume or your output or your input or whatever.
Alt S. Your screen share has been. Stop screen share. Viewing meeting.
Good. Sorry, I just wanted to stop my screen share there. Yeah, so that is correct. You can basically then have a quicker way to get into your sound settings, and instead of maybe going to start menu, typing in the word sound, or maybe volume, or maybe going
Yes.
Windows I settings and trying to find
Yes.
it, and there, it's just much quicker.
Okay, great. I like that. I will tell the people if they ask me again if there's something, I'll tell them, but this is what we do. Well, then
Yeah.
I want to move on because I know we only have 40 minutes and I have so many questions, my friend.
I wish it was 40 minutes. Oh, is it 40 minutes? Yeah, you're correct.
It was
But like
40
I
minutes,
said,
long time ago.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you know the app something send? Some file sent or app sent, or I know it's not cash sent, because if
What a
it was
pity.
cash sent, I would have used it a lot. But you can transfer from your iPhone to your Windows PC and vice versa, to move files back and forth. Do you know something like that? Did you ever use it?
Yes, definitely, Johan. Thanks for the question there. And the first thing I want to say regarding this, it's called Local Send. It is an app where you can actually transfer files from your PC to your phone and from your phone to your PC.
And it doesn't matter what file types it is, correct?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
The only thing that matters here is that you must be on the same network as, like, your phone must be on the same network as your PC.
Okay, so is this only Wi-Fi capable, or can you use USB to Lightning cable or USB to USB-C cable?
It is only Wi-Fi. How can I say Wi-Fi compatible? It works over Wi-Fi.
Only.
Yes, only.
Okay.
So if you
can you demo that to us?
I can, although I'm not sure about my iPhone and about the sound and the stuff that's going to come through. It might be it might be better for me to actually then
Explain.
just explain it.
Okay.
The you get so you get the local send application. It's an installable app or a portable app, so it's even portable. You can even you don't even have to install it. You can download the portable version. So all you do is you go you go onto Google. In the edit field, there you type the word local send, one word, capital LOCAL, capital SEND. Okay, so the L and the S, they are both
Must be capital.
capitals. Then I believe it'll be your first result. Will then take you to the local send website where you can download those files. Now, I am going to discuss the portable version because it is the quickest for me, because it's a version that most people use, because it doesn't put stuff on your registry, man. That's the whole thing. So
Yeah.
so then you can then extract the zip file anywhere on your hard drive. It'll then be there. Then you can go into the folder and enter on the local send.exe file, and it'll run the app. It might ask you for permission, because what local send then will do is it will then scan your network and analyze your network so that it can actually send and receive files over your network. And on your phone side, you also go into the App Store and you type in the word local send. It's there. You can download the app. It's free, totally free. And then once it's installed, let's say I want to share or I want to send.
I just want to highlight something, Paul. I've
Yes,
installed the app now on my phone, and I see it asks you permissions to search on the network for devices. You have to allow that, otherwise you won't be able to connect to your devices.
excellent, 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 excellent. Yes, that is correct. It I've done it such a long time ago that I actually, I don't even remember that. But yeah, it will ask you for permission, because it must scan the files, or it must scan your network so that it will then allow you to send and receive files. So then on your phone, let's say I've got 10 files and I want to send those 10 files over to my PC. Then I will select the 10 files and I will say share. Then I will swipe right. And if you can see, you'll just simply tap on local send, because it will be one of the options there. I'll double tap there. If I use iOS and I use VoiceOver, I'll double tap on local send. Then I will be placed in the local send application. And VoiceOver will then say something like file selection, 10 files, 600 MB. That is the file size, or the size of all the
Of all the
files
files
yes, combined.
combined. Yes.
Then when you swipe right, you must swipe right a couple of times, because there are some options and stuff that's not really relevant at this stage. So then you can just swipe right, and you will get, then there'll be a name. It can be any name. I don't know what the name of your Windows PC or what it'll call it. For me, my Windows machine is called Tidy Mango Windows 25. I don't know why it is that name.
Okay,
But
so what you say is that local send select a name by itself. It's not
yes.
you that selected that name.
Mm-mm. No, it's not me. The app, the program or the app.
Are you sure?
Man, um, I myself didn't select that name. I can promise you that. Tiny mango. I'm
Okay.
not. I don't know about.
I'm
I don't even like mangoes. But anyway, yeah.
I'm just checking. And then you tap on your computer name, and then it will send.
Then it'll send those files. It
Okay,
will.
great.
It'll also show you the name of your iPhone there. Whatever it'll call the
The
iPhone.
phone.
Yes,
Yes.
but yeah, you tap on your PC name, and it'll send the file. And I can tell you from experience that 99% of the time there's no errors. If your network is
Okay, that's
stable and stuff, then but if there are errors, it will show you sent with errors. It will definitely give you the message. But if it doesn't, it will just say 100% done or 100%. You just say done on your phone and done on your PC. And there you've got your files. The default place on the PC will be the
it's downloads.
downloads folder.
Yes.
You are able on the PC to actually change that location. It is possible to change that location. My wife actually changed that location because she wasn't happy with that. So she changed the location. So now the 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 thing sends the files to somewhere else. On the phone, there's a directory in your files app called Local Send. It might send it there. Um, and or it might send it to your downloads folder on your phone as well. It's possible.
Also in the Files app.
Yes, also in the Files app or whatever,
Yes.
files browser you are using. But the
Yeah.
point is that it's there. Then it's there for you to access.
Yeah, I remember
And
a few years ago there was no thing like that which you can share files uh, to and from your Apple devices. It was only iCloud that you could have used, and then you had to copy it into the cloud and back out of the cloud. Now it's on the fly. It's much easier, much quicker, and
oh
it's actually for
yes.
free.
Yeah, you also had to use iTunes in earlier days, and oh, it was a battle with iTunes and Jaws and stuff. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't like that at all because of it was so proprietary, so totally
Yeah.
no, it wasn't nice for me. So I'm really happy about Local Send. That's Local Send.
So if you guys need more info on local send or some training on local send, feel free to email Paul. We will give his email just before we end because I have a few other questions for him. So feel free if you want to know more about local send or training about local send, you can email Paul. Paul, on to the next question. NVDA. I understand you are a trainer,
Yes, I am.
okay, and you're certified.
Yes, I am.
Now I heard and I read about it that there's actually a coach in NVDA. Do you know something about it? How influenced that your work or your training that you give for people? Um, can you still use the coach with your lessons? Give me more info and show me a bit, please.
Yeah, Johan, you always put me on the spot, Ay, 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 ay. Then I feel to
And you must
myself,
make it
what,
quick. The 40 minutes is
what
almost up.
what must I say here? The short answer is yes, there is an there is an add-on. So I just want to point out that this is an NVDA add-on. It is not natively part of NVDA. It's an add-on. So you
So it's
must
not been wrote by or developed by NVDA themselves. It's
know
developed by a user.
it's developed by an accessibility instructor, and the add-on is primarily designed to assist NVDA instructors in the classroom. So yes, you can use the NVDA Coach independently if you are familiar with the keyboard and if you are familiar with computer terminology. But if you are
And
not,
if you are familiar with NVDA itself. Because if you don't know how to use NVDA, you won't be able to install the NVDA add-on.
yes, you must know about add-ons, and for that, so I always tell the people, if you're a beginner, then and you need my services, then I will assist in helping to install the coach and then working with the person.
And coach.
Yes, so that the coach will then basically guide them, but I will be there to explain the terminology that that the user will not understand. So, firstly, what you must do is you must go to the NVDA add-on store by NVDA key and N and T and A to go if that is your only because it's in the tools menu. So then, or you can arrow down to the add-on store and enter on that. Then you will
Okay, you've lost me there by your explanation, because the people that's not familiar with NVDA doesn't know where is the NVDA key. It's the same with
excellent, thank you.
JAWS.
Yes,
You have to teach somebody what is the JAWS key or the insert key for JAWS. So I know NVDA have two methods of doing that, but I don't want to go into depth on that. But yeah, if you don't know the NVDA key, you will have a battle to get to the tools menu.
definitely, yes, you
And I
will.
think that's why the instructors is still needed in using the coach as well.
Excellent point, Johan, because you know, if you don't know that the NVDA key can be the insert of a caps lock key, depending on how it was set up in the first place. If you don't know that, then how will you get to the NVDA menu? You can, if you are brave, you can always say, Windows B for Windows key and B for Bravo, go to the system tray and try and activate it from there. But that's a long method. I would rather just
Yeah,
then simply,
but then you
yes,
still have to know Windows by heart. And if you
yes,
start afresh, remember you have to learn now Windows as well as NVDA. You won't know the shortcuts of Windows.
correct. You are correct.
So
So,
in conclusion, to the coach is the coach is good in a sense that it explain maybe something better than the instructor, but you can't access the coach without an instructor
no, you still need the
unless you have
yes.
NVDA knowledge.
And then, if you do, then the coach can also be used, but then you must go deeper into the lessons. So it all depends about, about your knowledge skill. And even then you will need the physical instructor to explain things you don't understand. So yes, the coach, according to me, is a good thing, good add-on to have. But definitely you will also still need the instructor. Well, my machine says
The human
yes.
instructor.
My machine says we're running out of time, so I'm going to be quick. So then, when you download the add-on, because when you're in the add-on store, you must tab until you get to your tab sheet that says, installable add-ons, updatable add-ons, or so. Then you must go to the add-ons that it's called installable add-ons. You can find it there. NVDA Coach is there. You can install the add-on, and you run the coach by the keystroke NVDA once again, NVDA key, and then Shift and then C. Then the coach will run and guide you through the first lesson. You just press enter all the time. Second lesson, third lesson, etc. But it's definitely worthwhile to try out the coach. And if there are people brave enough to try the coach, please, email me. pd906156@gmail.com. pd906156@gmail.com. Email me some feedback if someone tried the coach, and if you have questions, I'll gladly assist.
And remember, Paul is a instructor for NVDA as well as JAWS, or he's certified trainer, so he can give you lessons. And if you have something to ask about local send, also email. We just gave you a mail. And yeah, guys, be safe, be blessed, and thanks again for having me on the show, Paul.
Thank you, Johan, for always being so patient. Thank you for always having questions. Thank you for everything that you also do. People, have a good one and stay safe from my side. Until next time.
Hello! What's going on here? It's bits and bytes. From anything to everything.